The suspect in Charlie Kirk's murder remains under protective watch in a Utah jail. Prosecution on an array of state felonies will commence with a court appearance tomorrow. At the same time, something is playing out on social media and in employment circles that commands our attention. On university campuses, in school districts, and within employers large and small, but large like United and Delta Airlines, NASDAQ, and even the United States Secret Service, employees have been fired or suspended for social media posts about Kirk's death that have been deemed inflammatory, insensitive, or inappropriate. According to Reuters, the number of firings or suspensions is at least 15. There is, furthermore, an online campaign to pressure employees to fire or dismiss others for online posts deemed to be offensive. Top White House officials spoke today of unleashing the Justice Department and Department of Homeland Security against, quote, radical left-wing extremism that more and more voices on the right now say was a direct or indirect cause of Kirk's assassination. Authorities have not determined such a linkage or even declared a motive in full or in part. It remains unclear what influenced the suspect, 22-year-old Tyler Robinson. But the rage and sadness over Kirk's death appears to be hardening. We will explore the possible ramifications of that in the program this evening. We're not promising answers or resolutions or tidy summaries. We never do. We will ask and listen. First, we turn to Andres Gutierrez for the latest developments coming to us from St. George, Utah. Andres, what do we know?
Well, Major, at this point, investigators say that Tyler Robinson, 22 years old, is not talking to them at all. Utah's governor went as far as to say that he is flat out not cooperating with the investigation. He used to live here at this apartment complex in St. George, but currently is about 250 miles north of here in Spanish Fork, being held in a detention facility under a special watch, which means that guards right now are keeping a very close eye on him while he undergoes mental health evaluations. But even though Robinson himself is not talking, authorities say that there is plenty of evidence that is stacking up against him. This morning, FBI Director Kash Patel said that they have recovered DNA from a towel that was wrapped around the rifle used in that attack, plus a screwdriver that was near the scene. Both of those end up matching his DNA, according to Patel. Investigators also say that they have uncovered a note where Robinson allegedly wrote that if he had a chance to kill Charlie Kirk, he would intend to do so. So tomorrow, the Utah County prosecutor in Provo will end up filing formal charges. We'll have a news conference, and then at 3 o'clock local time here, Robinson will appear in front of a judge for the first time to face the first step in justice. He will enter a plea, and then eventually they'll talk about bond.
Andres, as you well know, there is tremendous online speculation, rumor mongering, and conclusions being drawn about what did or didn't influence Tyler Robinson, what his motives were or were not. And as I gather it, but you're there, authorities are being very careful and guarded in their language, at least up till now.
They sure are. And across the country, there has been this wave of vigils and memorials that we have never really seen in the past. In Washington, there were hundreds of people who ended up gathering and packing into the Kennedy Center, the members of the Trump administration, supporters all coming to honor Charlie Kirk. In New York City, they ended up lighting some candles in Madison Square Park. And in Philadelphia, you had something that really was unusual. Both conservatives and liberals coming side by side at Marconi Plaza, remembering a man that some always didn't agree with, but who they say really did shape the political conversation here in this country. His widow, Erica Kirk, has been very clear that the movement that her husband built will not die. This assassination is sparking something bigger as a conversation as a nation. Leaders are urging people here to cool down the rhetoric, to think about how the country has become so divided. It's a moment for Americans to find a way to argue and disagree without the kind of anger that ends up spilling into political violence. Major?
Thousands of Turning Point USA organizations on college campuses and in high schools across the country. Andres Gutierrez in St. George, Utah, thank you very, very much.